The number of people killed in Ohio due to domestic violence is up nearly 38% this year.
As David Winter reports, the Ohio Domestic Violence Network released the alarming statistic and is pushing lawmakers to act.
A woman found shot to death in a Colerain Township motel in early October. Her boyfriend found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound at a nearby home shortly after.
A murder-suicide. I mean, we see it all the time. We just didn't think it'd hit home.
But it did hit home for Anthony Lattimore. It was his sister, Anthonya Blevins, who was killed. Less than a month later, this was the scene in Hartwell, another murder-suicide. Police say Eric Dawson shot his girlfriend, Jahmeila Warren, before killing himself. All 4 deaths are part of a disturbing trend in Ohio.
We found that Ohio suffered far more domestic violence homicides than any previous year.
The Ohio Domestic Violence Network's Maria York says the number of domestic violence deaths in Ohio jumped from 114 for the 12 months ending June 30th, 2024 to 157 for the same period this year. It's a 38% increase, and it's twice what it was 10 years ago. One factor to which ODVN points is increased access to firearms.
Ohio does not have a state law that bans convicted misdemeanor domestic violence offenders from maintaining possession of their firearms.
She says there are bills currently pending in the Ohio legislature that would close that loophole. But our next question brought up an issue that is not currently being addressed by legislators.
Are the police doing as much as they can do? Is the prosecutor's office doing as much as it can do?
Yes, so other states, they do use lethality assessments to, when police are called on scene, they can do a lethality assessment on scene. Courts that are involved on a case can do a lethality assessment, but it really varies through Ohio. Other states have kind of a standardized, this is for the whole state. In Ohio, we've tried to get legislation that standardize the lethality risk assessment for the whole state. It has not passed, and there's no pending legislation currently.
Went through abuse with my husband, held at gunpoint, was not able to leave the house for several days.
The Cincinnati area woman luckily was not one of the statistics in the report. She mustered the courage to take advantage of a local domestic violence shelter.
There were threats made for he was going to do me and himself.
Appreciate that woman for speaking to you. So I understand those numbers are very alarming. The most challenging time is when a victim chooses to leave the relationship. Isn't that the most dangerous time?
Absolutely, and ODVN's statistics bear that out. The latest study shows that 35% of all deaths happened as the relationship was ending, but ODVN does not want that number to discourage people from leaving an abusive relationship and encourages them to take advantage of ODVN's network of domestic violence shelters.
Don't do it alone.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
David, I think a lot of people watch this story and they think, well, get a protective order that'll protect these victims. But even in some cases, protective orders don't do the job, right?
Oh, absolutely. And again, ODVN did address that. They're pushing for more accountability for people who are convicted of domestic violence cases. So the study showed that 55% of the killers had a criminal history and 37% of those were felonies.
All right, David, thank you so much for that important story.